Hello, today I will be showing you a script that I made that will help you very easy to retopology a model. As you can see, this is a model from the content library. I just triangulated and subdivided so it look more like an object that you get from a 3D scan. First of all, I will put this object inside a null object, then move the null object in the z-axis so we can have a better view when we draw this spline. To use the script, first of all, you have to draw a spline. I will draw from this area. We will make the object from separate parts. The first part will draw from this area. Each spline point will be an edge loop. This is the first one, second edge loop here, third one, and so on. The more edge loops that you add, the more details, but the higher the resolution the object will be. I think I will go with 10. Now go to the top view. Sorry, I will go to the side view and draw a spline. This spline, you have to make a new spline. Delete this point, deselect this one, and create a new spline. This spline should be more than the maximum width of your model. This is okay. Now zero it out. Now we can get rid of the null. Go to object mode. Now this spline that we use to measure the width will be a child of the main spline that goes inside the model, and this will be inside the object. Just let's check the alignment, ng, and select it. For me it seems very okay. Okay, go to object mode, select the object you want, then run the script. I put it in my UI so it will be easier. Set the amount of segments you want. I think for this part I will use 16, and this hide the model, and you can see this is the result. If we put it inside a subdivision surface, I will change the view to an I2 isoparm view. As you can see, it captured very nice details and it's all quad. At this point you can modify it. For example, the top edge loop is a little bit wrong because this spline wasn't right. I will just rotate it, and you can see you can go to selection filter and disable polygon, and this way you can edit all the splines and they will project to your mesh. You can move them or even copy and paste and to add more of them, but the order of them very important. Now I will make it editable. As you can see, the normal alignment is correct. So let's hide it and go to the other part. Now we have to capture. We'll set it to Z. Now we will do the neck area. I will create a new spline. Start from here. Sorry, I'll just make sure then all the object is behind. I should use 150, not negative value. Now go to spline tool and draw a spline. I will draw it from here. Another edge loop here, and another one here. I think I will go with 5. Okay. Now go to the side view to define the width of the object. Deselect the first spline, so we will draw a new spline. Or you can just enable this checkbox. I forgot about it. Create a new splines. Also, you can draw. Let's. I think the width. I will take the width from the front view because it's the object is wider from the front. I will make it even more wider so we are safe. Now put this the width spline. I will call it the guide inside the main spline, which in turn will be inside the object. I will zero it out so it will be in this 0 and make it child of this. First of all, I will remove the old spline. I will keep it just a backup if we want to change something later. Bug. Now drag this spline inside it. Make it child of the body mesh. Just make sure everything is okay. Select the spline to see if it's inside the mesh or not. Yeah, everything seems okay for me. Select the object and run the script. Also, I use 16 so it will match the other part, and hide the mesh to see what we get. Yes, it seems okay for me. We can modify the geometry later. I will drag this spline as a backup too. I will create an all object for all the backups. Splines. Hide it. And now make this object also editable. Now we have. Sorry, I will go back a little. Before making it editable, I will have to rotate some of the edge loops because some of them is a little bit rotated wrong direction. If you use the linear spline instead of Bezier, you will get rid of the offset problems. The alignation problem is caused usually by the alignation of the spline. So if you use a linear spline, you won't get this problem. Yeah, this is much better. I will rotate this one, this direction. Uh, Rotate it a little, and yeah, it seems okay. Make it editable. Unhide it. And now let's go to the other part. The other part we will do first the hand, just to calculate it. If we have used the doodle tool, doodle paint, if we have 16 edge in the contour, and we want, for example, 12 for the arm, 12 will be 3 on top and 3 on the bottom, and we'll have to get 3 by 3, so we will have to get okay, I will do it later. Let's make the object back a little bit so we can see our spline, and draw a spline for the arm. I will do the hands later because it will take more time because fingers and have very small details. draw the spline. Here an edge loop. I will move it a little bit so we are safe. Here an edge loop. Also here is one. Another one here. One more. I think I will go with 10. And I will define the width. I have a create a new spline enabled, so it will create a new spline for me. I think this is okay. This is the maximum width. Make the guide spline child of the main spline. I have to check it from the side view if it's correct or not. I will move the object back to 0 and make sure if the spline is inside of the object or not. I will modify it a little bit with magnet tool to make sure it's inside the object. It don't have to be inside the object, but it's better to do this. Also, I will change the spline mode to linear and hard interpolation, none. Okay. Now let's make a child of the object. Select the object and run the script. I will make it this time 12. Hide the mesh. Yeah, it seems okay. I think I will move this edge loop a little. Move it here, and this one I will rotate it a little bit. It seems okay for me. You can modify it later or use the normal modeling tools if you want. Now make it editable and put it inside this object too. Now let's see what we'll do next. I will do the leg. Move the spline to the backup splines just in case if we want to remake something. I will move it 100%, 150 unit in the Z direction so we can see our spline. Now let's draw for the leg. Sorry, back. I will start the leg from here. Just to make sure. And edge loop here and extra one here. I will add more, one here and one here and one here. I think I will go with 15 for the leg. Okay, 14. Also, just to make sure that we won't get any problem, I will use the rectangle selection tool and disable only visible elements and remove one of the legs so we make sure that the projection don't catch the other leg. Delete all those points. Also make sure before you do this you have a backup of the mesh so you don't get any problem. And since my mesh is symmetrical, I don't have to have both parts, one leg and use symmetry to the other leg. But if your object is not symmetrical, then you have to do both separately. Now I will define the maximum width for it. If you didn't remove the other leg, you have to be more accurate and don't go overboard because it sometimes will catch the other leg. But now I removed it, I can freely choose the size I want. I'll move it a little bit down here so I don't get any problem. Make sure the spline mode is linear. Before I forget, I will change it here. Linear. Go here, linear, none, and make sure all of them are hard interpolation. Now let's make the guide child of this spline and make it child of the object. Just to clarify something, the script will go through the selected object, will check if it have a spline or not. If you don't have a spline inside it, it will an error message will tell you that you have to select a spline first, and this one is extra. If you didn't define a guide for the script, it will automatically use 34% of your main spline length. It will not work in all situations, but I just make it if you forget to add a guide, so the script can continue to work. Okay, let's run the script. I will go 12 for the leg. Hide the mesh. Wait a moment. Maybe I forgot something. Coordinates. Oh, sorry, I forgot to. Also, the script don't have undo, so you have to delete the object and do it from again. This is why you have to keep the splines. Something in the near future I will try to add undo support, but at the moment we don't have it. Sorry, I undo it too much because I have like face culling enabled, so the mesh wasn't deleted completely. I will delete it now. I'll delete it. Undelete this. Okay, now we are free to go. I will delete this area also, just to make sure. Okay, it's set on the 0Z, so we shouldn't have any problem. Yeah, everything seems okay. Select the body and run the script. 12 segments. What's going on? Oh, the spline is moved. I will have to reset it. And we don't have undo, so delete. And reset the spline to 0. Now everything is in place. Go to body and run it. 12. Now this time it should work. Yeah, it worked this time. I will edit this, make it editable. This one don't seem to. I don't think I will modify anything. So make it editable and put it inside here. Now let's see what we will do next. I think I will do the feet, but I won't do it finger by finger. I will do it just as one object, just to make the video faster. I will go in the bottom view, camera, camera, and bottom, so we can see the feet. and draw a spline from here. One edge loop here and here and here. And here. Don't go to the very end because sometimes you got a problem with the projection. And since I want it to be one object, I will have to make it a little bit shorter than the this finger, this toe. Go to the side view to make sure everything is okay. Select all, move it up a little bit, rotate it. Make sure it is in place. Now draw the maximum spline. Now put it inside this one. Just to make sure everything is linear. Okay. We'll drag the alt spline into the back app. Now select the object and run the script. For this, I think I will go with 12, also 12. Hide the mesh and let's see. It needs some modification, but with the normal modeling tool, so I will make it editable and put it inside there and reveal all the object that we done so far. As you can see, I don't think I will do the hands in this video because I wanted to make the video short. Now I will connect the object and delete, and you probably have to save your project, but since it's just for the tutorial, I won't save it. Delete the polygons from one of the sides. I will delete the left side. Optimize. And now make this a little bit flat. Not 100%, but just a little. Select this edge loop. Make sure it's okay. Now set the scale to 0 and 0 position, so it will be perfect for the symmetry object. For this one too, select it and scale it to 0 and 0x. Create a new symmetry object. Put it inside the symmetry. Put it under the subdivision surface, but I will enable it later because now we have to bridge some polygons. First of all, I will bridge this leg with that. I will make this one first. And now, how many polygons? Use the loop tool. Select boundary loops. We have 7 points, and here we have 12 points. If we added 2 extra edge loops, we will have 9. I think 12 was too much, but I will increase the edge here so we won't have any problem. Go to the ring tool, UB, and go to the edge mode. Use MF to run the edge cut tool. I will add 3, 4, 5. I know it is too much, but it is easier than modifying this. You can make it, if you make it 8, it will be much easier to work with, but I wanted to capture more details from the legs. But I think 8 is probably the best amount for the leg. Selected. Now 12 and 12. I will select it and use the brush tool MC. I set the mode to smooth. Use the magnet with those polygons only. MI to I will try to smooth it a little bit and drag it to have some curvature, some sort of curve. Now the edge loop is selected. This one also. Now use the stitch and sew tool. Stitch and sew. Sorry, I used the word. Stitch and sew. And hold on the Ctrl while you drag. Now go to the front. Just move it a little bit. If I went with 8 segments for the leg, we would have a much nicer connection. You can sped type to get a better connection, but for the tutorial purposes I will just make it this. I don't want to spend too much with this. You can spend as much time as you want. Go to an eye mode so we don't have to see the full geometry while subdivision service is enabled. Now I will link this part with this one. First of all, I think the easiest way to do this is with the stitch and sew tool. Control. Sorry, Control. Hold Control. Sorry, not Control. Shift. Yeah, you have to hold the Shift key to create a new edge. I will do this one. Add an extra edge loop. Maybe later. MI to use the magnet tool. Use the smooth tool. Now go to the polygon mode. Select some polygons. Disables only visible elements. Smooth them a little bit. Now go to the magnet tool. You can spend as much time as you want, and you can try to match it to the original mesh. Now let's see. We have 12, and if I use this one and this one and this one and this one, also this one, those polygons, if I extrude them, delete and UL, select, I have 10. I will have to add 2 extra edge loops. The easiest way to do this is go to MS. First of all, make it subdivisions 2 and make it to something lower. I will undo it and do it in the viewport. No, we have to use one subdivision only. One subdivision is fine. Now to have a better select both edge loops and use the stitch and sew tool. to connect them. Stitch. First of all, I will select them and optimize them because we have some extra points left from the object polygons that we deleted earlier. See some polygons that facing each other. No, this wasn't right. Okay, let me check. No, no. We have some extra. I will delete this edge loop. Dissolve and use MO to use the slide with preserve curvature. Now select both edge loops and run the use stitch and sew tool. Sorry, this one and this one. Just make sure. Sorry, we have some extra one. I should go on with just one, just with zero subdivision with the bevel tool. Now go to the stitch and sew tool. Now move it a little bit from the perspective view. I will rotate it. Enable axis center so we can rotate it in the axis center. No, I won't rotate it. I will use the smooth tool. I will smooth this area and use the magnet tool to modify it, just to make sure from the perspective if everything is aligned, all the polygons is aligned. Also, it would be much easier if I go with a subdivision for the for the for the arm. If you are more experienced with the topology, it will be much easier for you to find the right amount of edges. But I think this can. Now, as you can see, this even mesh that we get now. Also, you can see this weird shape because I deleted one of the edge by mistake. When I used the stitch and sew tool here, I used Ctrl key, which will weld both edges instead of shift. If I use shift, I will get a correct deformation, but I think this can. I will leave it for now. Hope you enjoyed the tutorial. I will put the download link for the script in the description. Just download it and put it from scripts, user scripts and script folder. Put it there and restart Cinema 4D. It should be there. And to make it here, use window, customize commands, and drag it here or anywhere you want. If you have a special layout for modeling or retopology, you can just put it there. Also, if you can use the polygon pen with it